guys, Mrs. Traver here. Today we're going to be looking at section 112, growth patterns. This is day 2 of this lesson. Yesterday we looked at solving equations with variables on both sides. Today we're going to look at diamond problems. You'll know you're successful about diamond problems when you can find two numbers that multiply to a specific number and add or subtract to a different specific number. We're going to review our homework from yesterday, do some notes on those diamond problems, and then try out homework problems for ourselves. Let's look at first our homework from yesterday. Here are all the answers. Notice there's some of them with the no solutions as well as the all real numbers, or we might have called it infinitely many solutions as well. Check these with what your work looks like. If you have any questions, see me on Zoom. Let's jump right into our homework, to our notes. So diamond problems, that's what we're going to start ourselves off with. And what I want you to notice here is a pattern if you can. On the left side here, we've got it all filled in for us. And I want you to notice the 12 and the 8 are on top and bottom, and the 2 and 6 are on the sides. There is a relationship with 2 and 6 that gives you 12 or 8. See if you can pause your video here and notice any changes that you might be able to see with the pattern. Go ahead and pause now and see if you can notice that pattern. Alright, let's check out the pattern you might have found. So what I want you to notice is that on the sides, 2 and 6 add up to the bottom number 8, and they multiply 2 times 6 to the top number 12. That is the name of the game here with diamond problems. So when we have a diamond, wow, that was a really bad diamond. The top is a multiply problem, and the bottom is an add problem. These two numbers combine to either multiply to the top or add or subtract to the bottom. Let's check out the first one. We've got 20 on the top, so why not two numbers that multiply to give us 20 and two numbers that add or subtract to give us 9. Let's think about all the ways to multiply and get 20 first. You could have 1 times 20, or you could have 2 times 10, or 3 doesn't go into it, 4 does though, 4 times 5, and our list stops there. Let's compare each of these to see if they also add to 9. 1 plus 20, not 9, that's 21. 2 plus 10, not 9, that's 12. 4 plus 5 though, that works. So if I put a 4 and a 5 in these spots, and it doesn't matter which one goes in what spot, you'll notice 4 times 5 is 20 on the top, and 4 plus 5 is 9 on the bottom. So this one works. This may seem strange right now, like magic, why are we doing this? But it's going to help us out for solving and factoring quadratic equations, which is a big part of Algebra 1. So we're starting it now so it doesn't feel weird later when we jump into those sections. Let's try some more. The top of this guy is 16, so I want things that will multiply to give me 16. Let's come up with our list. We could have 1 times 16, or 2 times 8. 3 doesn't go into it. 4 does, though it's 4 times 4. Now let me pause for a minute and notice. This list should be something you'd be able to come up with through your head without a calculator. If your struggles on figuring out factors and what goes into 16, use the calculator. Get over it, it's fine. But you need to be able to get quick at noticing these pairs because we're going to be using it all year long. So thinking about what goes into 16 is a good skill to have, or whatever number. Okay, anyways, back to the problem. 1 times 16 is 16, good. 1 plus 16 is not 10, that doesn't work. 2 and 8, that multiplies to be 16 and it adds to be 10, I like it. 2 and 8. And I can check it by doing it up here. 2 times 8 is 16, that's good. 2 plus 8 is 10, that's good. So all set for this one. Alright, notice this problem has a negative, so we're going to have to watch out for it. Let's try to work it out and kind of ignore the negative for a moment. I know it's there, but just ignore it for a moment. And let's work on our 15 list. You could have 1 times 15, 2 doesn't go into it, 3 does, 3 times 5, and our list stops there. That's our whole list, that's it. But we have to be careful now. Let's remember the negative. Technically, 1 times 15 is not negative 15. I'd have to have like negative 1 times positive 15, or I'd have to have 1 times negative 15. So here's a couple of things on our list. And also technically 3 times 5 is not 15, it isn't negative 15, it's positive 15. So really I'd need negative 3 times positive 5, or I'd need 3 times negative 5. So let's look at our list here now. We've got 4 options really. Which one of these options gives us a 2 when we add them? Take a look and see if you can find it. Hopefully you noticed it was this one. If I add up 5 and negative 3, I get 2. 5 plus negative 3 is the same, whoa, that got weird, as 5 minus 3. So that should work out for us. Sorry, I think my face might be covering some of this work up here, so I apologize. I won't do that in the future. All right, let's try out some on your own. Go ahead and pause your screen here, see if you can work out these problems for yourself, and we'll play back and I'll show you all the work for mine. So go ahead and pause now. All right, are you ready? Let's check these out. So first I'm looking at a 10, and all the ways to make a 10, I could do 10 times 1 or 2 times 5, and that's where my list runs out. I want a combination that adds to 11, and that's going to be the 10 and 1 combo. I can check my work by putting it on the top. 10 times 1 is 10, that's good, and 10 plus 1 is 11, that's good. Let's try the other guy out. There's some negatives happening here. So let's think of our list for 30. I could have 1 times 30, or 2 times 15, or 3 times 10, or 5 times 6. And remember, we're talking about a negative here, so I need to have one of these numbers be negative, or the other combination with the negative being on the other number. So I've got my full list here. 5 times negative 6. Okay, so my full list here, I want a combination that adds to negative 1. See if you can find it if you haven't yet. Definitely not going to be these that are 29 apart, so they're out. These ones are 13 apart, so those are out. These are 7 apart, so those are out. These are 1 apart, so we're looking at 5s and 6s. And when I put in a 5 and a 6, one's got to be negative. So if I put in a 5 and a 6, the one that would have to be negative is the bigger one, since I want it to add to a negative 1. So I can check my work. 5 plus negative 6 is negative 1, and 5 times negative 6 is also negative 30. So there's my check. All right, we're going to see more diamond problems as we go through this course, so this isn't the end of it, but you are ready at this point for your homework. Let's check out what that looks like on our CPM textbook. It's section 112, numbers 14 through 22. So here's 112, and we'll scroll down to the review preview part. Quite a bit down there it is. We're going to be doing, like we said, numbers 14 through 22. So let's take a look at those. Skipping 13. Number 14 is evaluating, so you're plugging some numbers in. You've got R, S, and T for you, and some homework help if you need it. Number 15, there's some more diamond problems. It says look for a pattern. And then there's some for you to fill in. There is one of them with the fraction. Don't skip it. Try it out. Don't skip hard stuff. That's not going to make you any better. Number 16 is asking you to solve some equations. And then number 17, work on some fraction math. If you have any questions on these, see me tomorrow with the answers so you can go through and compare it to yours. Otherwise, we're all set for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.